What is going on, UFO hounds and crazy people? Welcome back to the Pick It and Flick It podcast. I'm Natasha.
I'm Vaux.
No, not doing that.
We almost had it.
Yeah, close enough. We don't even know who the fuck you are.
I know, because
When was the last time you were on an episode?
I've gone into hiding.
Thanks for listening to the Pick It and Flick It podcast. Today we're joined by Luke, the guy who's no longer on the show.
The guest star is on the show.
He's in the thumbnail, but fuck him.
I feel like when Chevy Chase left SNL after one season and Bill Murray came in and
stole the show.
Stole the show.
Well, Tasha's the new Confused Reviews, I guess.
That's okay.
You can be our
She just said she was Luke.
Clarified recaps can be hers.
Okay. That's fair. Not a bad one off the top of your head.
Thank you.
I forgive you.
I tried.
What did we watch?
Nope.
Yes.
It was a movie.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
You might have been the millionth person to say that joke.
This movie came out so long ago in the summertime.
It's definitely not August.
It's not happening now.
10th.
We didn't watch anything recently.
Luke's always got to,
Well, yeah, I like
rat
people
us out.
Well, because people are going to be under the false illusion that we shot these out in like 30 days.
No, they're not.
I think they will, and that's the point, right? We're still watching this.
Well,
It's October.
I'm a man of integrity.
Anyways,
We just went to a haunted house last night. Do you not remember this, Luke?
My house.
We went to the movie theaters.
Yeah, that's where movies are shown usually.
And watched that. No. We just reviewed. Well, I mean, we reviewed one.
Did you notice how I said
ago.
usually?
We reviewed one months ago that ended up being Hulu's most watched movie ever, or something like that.
And since then, 6 sequels have come out,
That's
which
right.
were crazy.
In the same year.
The one on, I was going to say a really one. Never mind.
Yep, skip that.
That was almost too.
Jordan Peele, back at it again. Is this the second Jordan Peele movie that we've done in the Halloween extravaganza? Was it Candyman?
Yeah, we did. No.
What?
Oh.
Was Candyman?
Candyman's not Jordan Peele, I don't think.
He produced it.
He
Nia
produced
DaCosta directed it. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm not talking about directing.
Show some respect.
In the Lost episodes, we did a Jordan Peele.
No.
We did it?
Nope. We did Us.
Yeah.
That's out.
Yeah, that's out. That's in
That was
Oh,
released.
that was...
Halloween extravaganza 1.
Oh, that was the first one? Okay.
Get your Halloween extravaganzas right. Are you even a
God,
fan?
fake fans over here at the
Jesus.
table. So,
Sorry.
if we ever come back around and do Get Out, we will have done the trifecta, as it were, of Jordan Peele films, which...
Well, as you all may know, since everyone listening is a very big fan and knows exactly what every one of my critiques
tunes
are,
into every second.
I don't like Jordan Peele or his movies. I think that he's done a pretty shabby job, especially with the Twilight. But I went back, or not Twilight. What was it? Was it Twilight Zone?
Yeah, he goes to the Twilight Zone.
Okay,
yes.
Twilight Zone. I went back and listened to our Us review, and let me tell you, I was a little rough. Us is just not a good movie. But what was a surprisingly interesting twist on something that horrifies me is Nope. What's wrong with you? You're about to throw up.
You're leading me into so many potential jokes that I have to just not. So
No, you just have to relax.
I have to keep telling myself nope.
Oh, okay.
So I, on
Relate
the other
to the
hand,
game on the Nope jokes.
I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele. I was around. I was the core demo for Key and Peele.
Oh,
I liked
nope.
that movie Keanu him and them did with the cats.
Oh, God. That movie was the worst.
I forgot that movie existed. I totally forgot.
Like I said, I like Jordan Peele.
Well,
I think
Luke
he's a really
was
cool
like 8
dude.
when that movie came out.
I was,
so.
and now I'm 9, so I like it even more. So, but no, I like Jordan Peele. I think it's really interesting, more so in the fact that Jordan Peele, of all people, wound up a serious Oscar-acclaimed horror director, which I definitely wasn't on my bingo sheet for life or horror movies.
Is Get Out horror?
Yeah.
You don't think it's like suspense or thriller? More so horror?
I think it's absolutely fucking horrifying.
Yeah, what?
Okay. Why are you questioning me when I'm just asking questions out?
Modern day people getting
I know
modern
I
day
wouldn't wanna be in
slaves
his shoes.
is terrifying.
Listen, if you haven't listened already, we did a review of No Exit, right? And that is not a horror movie, right?
I would not put those two in the same fucking
No.
I
genre,
understand,
let alone category.
But like, there's more brutality in No Exit than there was in
Well,
Get
yeah,
Out.
people aren't getting stabbed in the eyeballs in fucking No Exit or Get Out, but it's definitely a horror movie with horrifying things.
I feel like now that I said that I don't like Jordan Peele, that you guys are attacking me.
I am.
So
I'm coming
just
for
We
your
already
relax.
knew you didn't like.
I'm coming for social justice points,
I'm
actually.
just asking.
I want
question.
the people on Twitter to love me. So that's what I have to do.
Is Us a horror film?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would consider
definitely.
Us more of a horror film than Get Out.
I
but-
would say every one of his movies has progressively gotten more horror movie.
Yeah, so do I, for sure. That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, yeah, Get Out was definitely the lightest on, like, fucking slasher or some sort. Like, it's definitely more thriller, but it's got horror movie elements in it. But the point I was getting to
God damn,
before...
remind me not to ask any more questions.
Exactly. Confused Reviews only asks the questions. It's in the logo. But no, what I was saying was, I think it's really interesting that of all people, Jordan Peele became a name that, like, that's the reason people will go to see it, is a new Jordan Peele movie's
It's
coming out.
recognizable.
It's very strange. I would have never expected that, and I'm glad. I hope he continues to see success and makes more movies, because I'll tell you what, whether you like him or hate him, every single one of his movies so far has been different, has something to say, and I didn't regret watching them. So
Well, I feel like I never know what to expect with his movies either.
Yeah.
Like with Us, it was very like discreet what the movie was about, and even like after I kind of had to watch movies or watch like videos about what it meant. With Nope, I really didn't have any idea what it was about.
Mm-hmm. I like Get Out the most of his movies. I think it was the most well done. I thought it was very subtle and tasteful, and everyone did a great job. I really liked how it was shot. I like the soundtrack. I like Lil Ray Howley, I think I'm saying that right, as his sidekick, which he's also in Bad Trip with Eric Andre, which is a fantastic comedy if you haven't seen it. It's like a Jackass kind of bad grandpa style.
I have not seen it.
Excellent. But I understand why you didn't like Us, because I think he had that kind of auteur thing go on where Get Out was a fucking huge success.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar. Everybody liked it. So by the time he got to the next one, he went, oh no, I put a little commentary in this movie. I'm trying to say something. Now I have to rev it up to 100. And I think it was kind of getting high on his own farts for a little bit there.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad once we got to this third movie, you can tell he kind of dialed it back and focused more on movie first, commentary second.
Yeah, and that was my biggest critique on both of those. Get Out is fucking terrible to me. That's like my lowest rated, I think, of the year that it came out. I do not like it. Us was a little better.
Because you wanted to get out of the theater.
Yes. Us was a little bit better. The only reason I watched Us is because when we went to the Universal Horror Nights in Florida, they had a house. And
Was it a good house? Because I think that could be a cool,
It was cool.
concept.
So I watched it.
Because it's got to be mostly like the underground, like hallways and stuff, right?
No, it was a good mixture of everything.
They
So
had the house,
There's
the neighbor's house.
You started,
the
you started
music.
in the woods, and then you went into the neighbor's house.
Did NWA play?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, so Us was a little bit better, but that's literally the only reason I watched it. And after, I didn't like it, but after going through like the house of it,
Yeah.
the whole thing kind of came together, and it was fine.
The
Like,
visuals are great.
that's
in
the
that
thing.
movie.
Well,
And-
because-
and Jordan Peele does that really well.
Visuals?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
He's definitely...
all three of his movies
Well,
are great.
a lot of it clicked for me
So good.
in anticipation for this movie was Jordan Peele came out straight up, the headline, John Carpenter is Jordan Peele's favorite director of all time, and it all clicked to me, because that's exactly... I don't want to be that asshole, but this is definitely a modern John Carpenter-esque filmography we're getting into here.
Yeah, I get
where you
it.
get impressive visuals, he's trying to say something, and the ending always makes you feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I understand. I really want to get into what I took away from the movie at a
Let's
certain
go.
point.
Yeah, we'll go.
Well, I think we should talk about the movie a little bit first, but I definitely, I don't know if this is what he was going for, but I definitely took some stuff out of it. But spoilers, my biggest gripe, right off the bat, entirely not enough Keith David.
Who's Keith David?
The dad.
The guy who dies 5 seconds into the
okay.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know the actor's
How
name,
dare
but-
you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
He's the
Some
president
fan-
on Rick and Morty, damn it!
oh yeah, that's right. If you haven't seen this movie, it's been out for a hot minute. stop listening.
Because it's October while we're
Yes.
recording this.
Unless you want the spoiler before you see the movie.
Stop listening.
This is
go
definitely
watch
not
it.
one you would benefit from listening to us first.
No, really. And I'm saying that as a critique of Jordan. This is a movie that you're going to want to see before we talk about it.
Absolutely.
From there, I knew what this movie was going to be about before Jordan Peele announced what this movie was going to be about.
Alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second I saw that little blip in the beginning, and the scene that it was only a 25-second trailer that was released. It was a teaser trailer, and it's the horse running away. And what I'm gonna mess up his name. What's the main character's name? Not Keke Palmer, but the other guy.
OJ is his name in the film.
OJ in the film. He's riding the horse at night, and he looks over his shoulder, and then it just says "Nope" on the screen. And I was like, "This is a movie about aliens."
See, I didn't know that, but I found out eventually that it's actually an acronym, not of planet Earth, which I really like.
Oh.
Yeah.
His
See,
name
that's
is
I was
Daniel
thinking.
Kayume.
Kaluuya.
Sorry,
I was thinking
I'm so-
like when she.
I'm
I have
so
a long
sorry.
Italian last name. All right, I've never heard it said right.
It's Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Kaluuya. I'm sorry. He's great though. Good God,
Anyway.
he's great. Sorry, babe.
I was thinking like when the alien is coming towards them and Keke Palmer's like nope, and like the whole like nope, not gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
I thought that's why it was called that, but I guess it could be that and also.
But it's not of planet Earth.
Earth.
Is that confirmed? We got that.
I mean, I didn't hear it from. Jordan Peele didn't come to my house and tell me, but I'm pretty sure.
But is he on
He sent you
video
a
saying that's what
handwritten
it's
letter.
called? Okay, got it. I like it either way, even if it's not. It's a good acronym.
Well, because I also like it because I've been saying that I love when horror movies have characters act realistically, and if I were any one of the three characters, OJ, his sister, or the fucking goofy tech guy,
Right.
I would be reacting exactly like they are. What the fuck is happening? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Right, not trying to.
Not the classic, I'm going to handle this,
Right,
I'm not
I'm
going to
the
tell
hero.
anyone, I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. Very realistic on all aspects of this. I think that there are some pretty intuitive ways that like commentary, as we've mentioned before, is being spread through this movie, and you don't get it until you look it up after. And after I started reading some forums, reading
Okay,
some
well, I haven't
reviews-
done any of that, so I'd like to hear what you think.
Oh, really?
I have.
So, like,
I saw
for
the
me-
movie, I liked it, and I haven't touched it.
Yeah, so for me, this is more of a broad social commentary that's added in.
Because I interpreted something that I'm curious to see if it'll line up. So
Okay,
let's
so this is
lay
the
it on
stuff
me.
that I've read, but like the big broad scope of it all. Throughout the entire movie, we start getting these chapter breakdowns that are based around individual characters, which tend to be the horses and/or, in the one that's the most mysterious, a monkey, right?
Yeah, the chimpanzee.
And the big thing with that is that you can't control the will of nature. And that's just how it is. Both of the horses that have their own little breakdown, those horses are fucking running for their lives because they know, in the whole like notion of how nature is, that thing that's in the sky is unnatural. It doesn't belong here. And then the other thing with the monkey is that you cannot have a solitary like wild animal in a cage.
I just had a really bad joke pop in my head just now. So before we go any further, do you think the horses went, nope?
I literally,
All right, I'm going to end this.
I literally
See you
can't
guys.
stand
All right,
you.
It was nice knowing you.
All right, thanks for being on the show today, Luke.
Yep, I'm glad this is my monthly appearance.
Yeah,
Bye.
text me when you get home. But like the monkey is the prime example of why nature.
Primate example?
Oh my god.
God, I'm on fucking fire.
You cannot take a wild animal or a wild being and out of its natural element.
Well,
There's
'cause that
always
was-
going to be nature in there.
That was the first shot of the movie, was of that monkey in the post of killing the fucking Family Matters cast.
Yep.
And
And then on top of that, the shoe standing up on its end.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more of Gordy though.
yeah, poor
Really?
Gordy.
Yeah.
Well, because the only thing that someone told me was, I think it was someone at work told me, because they know sign language, I don't fucking know. I guess after the monkey, did his thing, whatever, whether that was under the influence of the spaceship or not,
It wasn't.
because we saw the shoe up.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know. But I guess whatever the monkey signed was like what happened or something to that effect, like what happened, and that's when he hit the hat off. And so that was what made me think maybe it was that, or maybe like, you know how like dog whistles will fuck with dogs but not us. Like maybe there was some frequency or something that like made him snap.
Could be.
Or you remember the story, the chimpanzee that was the lady's pet and then just snapped one day and fucking ripped her face off.
Yeah.
Like that's a great. See, I wasn't even thinking about it like that. My interpretation was nothing to do with that. It was more so with what the alien represented and the setting was.
Oh.
Because a big part of the movie is talking about the very first film strip of the black horse jockey on the horse.
Yep.
And so I was thinking about that, and my interpretation or takeaway was not only that the alien itself represents white people kind of coming in, homogenizing, and scooping up Hollywood, but literally stealing the land, the culture, and like, you know, basically stealing from these people and creating Hollywood out of it. And that was what I was thinking and taking from it and whatever. So that's really interesting that I don't know if that's anything of what he said, but that was what I was thinking, is the alien represents how people work their ass off and start these things, and then people come in and just fucking suck it up and steal it. And then, does anyone know the guy's name on the horse? Nope, but everybody unintentional. But everybody knows, you know, fucking James Dean and Marilyn Monroe and all these people. Like, James Dean was in 2 movies and died, but nobody knows the very first person in a fucking film strip.
Right.
So that was what I was thinking. But
Interesting. Yeah, I think the other thing with the shoe is it just, those two things coincide. The monkey going crazy and the shoe standing up on end it's two things out of nature that contradict each other. Why is a shoe perfectly balanced standing up on its end, and why is the monkey no longer tame? You know what I mean? So it was like, to me, after reading all of that, these aren't my original ideas. These are just things I've read. It kind of makes sense because they can't take anything. You can't take anything for granted in its own nature. Like, things can evade nature.
Stop trying to control.
So they don't think that the aliens had anything to do with Gordy freaking out?
No, but it impacted Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Stephen Young.
Yeah, because he becomes obsessive with it, and not only that, he's greedy. So he sees something that's out of nature as a child and then sees it in the sky as an adult and says, we can make money off of this.
Which that's very clear Hollywood greed.
Yeah.
Greed and all this stuff. But like, because I can only imagine what Jordan Peele has seen, especially now that he's like, hey, Jordan, what are you going to commentary in the next movie? And I'm sure he's probably sitting there like, fuck, I don't know. We'll make the aliens steal the culture. I don't know.
Right. So that's pretty interesting. But to be honest with you, if you're not paying much attention, you're just going to be confused by that, and then you're going to forget it.
And that's why, like, I will compare this to Carpenter, where you get a great movie out of it, but you also, if you're paying attention or looking for it, there is more to say there.
Right.
Like, They Live is a fantastic movie about alien invasion and trying to warn people, but it's also commentary on capitalism and politicians being a little shitty, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which I think is pretty... It's pretty cool how they can tie that in, and that's the commentary that I prefer. You know, not to get.
And that's why I said I'm glad that after Us, he's dialed it back, because you could a little Ryan Johnson situation once again, where you get carte blanche to do whatever you want, and then no one tells you maybe you shouldn't have done that because things didn't go your way.
For sure. Setting is a big one on this. Interesting to put it on a farm.
Yeah.
Little cowboys and Indians.
I guess I didn't even think about it. Where do they get horses? Because, I mean, shit, Westerns were big for, 70 years? Where are they getting those horses?
Right.
I didn't even think about it.
So you never really, put 2 and 2 together, but it's laid out pretty interesting, the way that it flows.
What do you think of the cast?
Whatever.
Because I've seen people say that Keke Palmer is a bit much, but I've been a huge fan of her back in the True Jackson VP days, so I've been around. I love Keke. I think she's gorgeous.
Yeah. I do, too.
I think if you haven't seen her on Hot Ones, those are some excellent episodes. She seems like a very, not shitty person, which is nice. And
she was on an episode of Degrassi, and she's a fine-ass piece of
ass
woman.
She's a great actress, though, because even, in that movie, I'm sure that's not how she is at all.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, she's definitely hyping it up for the cameras. But
right, and I just felt like she was, her character was, authentically herself the entire time. And I appreciated that, because I feel like sometimes it feels like you're watching
someone putting on a show.
Right, they're acting. And obviously I know she's acting, but sometimes it's nice.
I thought
to
it was
just
a documentary, actually.
not. I don't know. We've watched so many movies with bad actresses and bad actors. Even like good movies that have bad acting. It's just, it's nice to see that.
Well, I think it was
stay in character.
Roger Ebert said Nicolas Cage is a great actor in good movies and unwatchable in bad ones.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that.
Well, and it all comes down to the writing of it all, right? And this movie is written really well.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. I'm going to let the whole world know. Tasha knows this, but I don't know if you do, to be honest with you. I have 2 fears. Okay? I fear the unknown.
I think most people do, yeah.
So, the bottom of the ocean, terrifying to me.
Deep space.
In deep space.
And your mom's gaping vag.
That's like the second your mom joke you've made.
That's not to you, that's to the audience.
Oh, okay. My mom will never listen to this, but if she does...
Mama Adams!
So, how dare you give my last name?
I think it's too late for that.
You can Google search Vaux, and there's only 3 of us that pop up. One of them's dead, so fuck off.
Should I put my fucking whole name in the videos? And
No, it's totally
too
fine.
late.
I deleted my Facebook. I have no social media besides YouTube. If you want to fucking try to stalk
He's a
me, go
ghost.
ahead. Anyways, this movie, about halfway through it, I realized the secret. Did you guys figure out the twist in it?
Lay it on us.
Well, I won't get there yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
I wanted to. But did you figure it out?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The twist with the alien.
Oh, no. And that's what I wanted to bring up.
I did figure this out.
I did not.
I figured it out early on.
I
too.
think you're lying.
Nope, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But I want to say that once I realized, and it was just after like the first quarter was over when we started seeing this thing, I figured out what was going on. My back has never been so sweaty in a movie theater.
Well, I was going to say, I loved it. I loved the fact that the alien was the ship.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that done before.
This thing terrified me. Like, I was having a panic attack in the scene where everyone gets sucked up.
Oh, that made me uncomfortable.
So the scene, this is where I got it. When they suck up the fake horse, or when it sucks up the fake horse, okay?
Okay.
It's hanging out, right? Don't you think that if it was like a door that closed, it would cut off that like rope that was hanging from it,
Yeah.
right? Or they would pull it up?
Oh, so you're saying the fact that it never closed and like cut it
Cut
off,
it off.
that's how you knew it was a mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the scene that comes up later on, the fucking horse is still in there, and he sucks up everyone from the carnival. It's a 2-second flash, but I fucking saw it, and I tried to point it out to
Well, 'cause
Tasha.
that was really choppy, and like all you saw were little glimpses of like people
it's very
getting
fast,
sucked up.
But you see the horse still in there,
Okay.
and it's intact. But it's
well, yeah, because
covered,
eventually it gets shot back down.
but it's covered in like goo, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, oh fuck, it's trying to digest it. That is the whole. It's not a ship. It's the whole thing is an alien.
See, I didn't catch any of that, and the moment I realized it was the alien was there was like one shot where you see like a yellowish, like it almost was like textured like a tongue,
Yeah.
and that's when I was like, oh wait, is this the fucking alien?
Right.
And then, man, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm sure it's been done somewhere in some movie, and we're gonna get actually in Alien Encounters 27 back in 1912 they fucking did and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
At least to my knowledge, I've never seen it done. Not like this.
No.
And not that well.
No,
I really liked it.
This was completely original, and the bigger fact for me, which terrified me even more, is when the motherfucking thing started to open up. And I was like, are you
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
kidding me? This thing goes from a flying saucer to now it's a giant kite and a fucking space octopus? Not having it, man. Not having it. Honestly, I just got goosebumps thinking about that. This is horrifying.
Well,
to
here's
me.
a reference that might not go in for a lot, but that final transformation where it's all like, it's almost like a big sheet.
Yes.
Reminded me a lot of, did you ever see Life? It came out in like 2017
With the little alien thing.
with Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, and
I never
a few,
saw it, but I heard of it.
That was what the alien looks like for most of it. Is
Oh,
that
really?
kind of white, kind of like
Fluttery
almost
thing?
like liquidy, kind of just around.
Okay.
And that's what I kept thinking of, and I was like, okay. And then it got bigger, and it crescendoed, and the whole thing went off, and I was like, okay.
While
I
we're
liked it.
still on, this is still part of the
Shit was
the
almost
pathway.
angelic
What was it Apollo 18?
with the space rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like that was another really original idea.
Yeah, that
for
was neat
aliens
because
to me.
that movie, like, found footage mostly sucks. I actually didn't mind Apollo
That
18.
movie again scared the fuck out of me.
But again, that's a more concept is cooler than outcome.
I haven't seen very many alien movies, but I think my dad is afraid of aliens.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I didn't watch them growing up, because my dad...
He was scared of him?
Yeah.
Well,
I watched Alien with him, obviously, but...
That's just a slasher in space. That's
really,
not...
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
too
that's
bad.
not, something that I'm
the
actually
unknown
afraid of.
extraterrestrial is what you're actually fucking afraid of, in my opinion. That it's not the fact that you're afraid of the alien itself. You're afraid of what it could be, which is what's fucked up. And if you want to hear Natasha's dad's sexy voice,
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home review, it's up
Or
right
Spidey
now.
Man, as he wrote here.
And he also
Spidey-Man.
thought Sam Raimi directed it. And he got mad that I didn't correct him.
Oh yeah, we got to call him out the next time we watch.
We're going to call him out. Now, he wants to fucking get actually, he will.
Yeah, actually.
Well, you guys will have to have him on again soon.
Complaints about this movie. Let's talk about that for a minute.
The ending. We already talked about this kind of. We tried to avoid talking about it as much as possible, but on our way home from the movie theater, obviously.
Well, this is a movie that you talk about almost immediately.
This
But
is- this
the
is the
ending
movie,
just
yeah.
seemed like it dragged out.
Yes.
It
was
dragged
too
out,
long.
but there also wasn't a lot of payoff to it, it felt like.
Yeah,
which
that
which
was
is
my complaint.
Which, again, that's a huge problem that these big concept horror movies have, is a lot of the times you get this really cool concept and a lot happening, and then you get backed into a corner and you go, well, what the fuck do we do? We got 3 human people, just, how do you defeat it?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
To go along with the ending that kind of bummed me out a little bit, it was getting a little long. This movie was, 2 hours, 15 minutes or so? It was getting to the point where I was like, all right, brother, you got to wrap it
so
up
that's
just
why,
a little bit here.
6 years ago when we did the Prey video, when you were saying that that one was too quick,
Yes.
I was thinking, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I wish every movie was that length.
That movie was
Done there and done.
There's a happy medium for me, though. And we actually talked about this, I forget what the last movie we just watched.
No
for the
Exit?
Halloween Extravaganza. Was it No Exit?
maybe.
Maybe. There's a happy medium, though, where it can be just right. It's not too short. You get enough action. You get enough story. And it's not too long where you're like, all right, fucking wrap it up here.
Right.
Because this movie
we
had...
didn't need to watch Keke Palmer roll that camera thing so many times. We knew what was happening.
And that was the thing, though. If that was going to be the reveal, let me pitch this to you, too. If that was the reveal of the big kite-like alien, would that have been worth it to watch? The anticipation of
Yes.
it, being printed out, right? But we already knew what it looked like.
Right.
So I wouldn't have minded at all if that was how... Because the camera panned in so long on those Polaroids coming out of the little, photo well, whatever you want to call it. And,
Wishing well?
Yeah, but it was like a photo.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't come in.
If
fast
that
enough.
was how it was going to be revealed, maybe that would have been better.
Right. I agree.
But
if we hadn't seen it the entire time.
yeah,
and
but
then
we
see that.
saw it already, so it's kind of like, all right, well, a little long. The same thing goes with that fucking electric bike. It's just it seemed a little on the nose. Why is a fucking TMZ person driving an electric motorcycle out into the middle
Well, that
of the
was what I-
California.
desert?
That
That's
was
California.
I guess that's fair, but
I'm glad you brought him up, because that was the big gripe of the movie. Was I thought the ghost hunter archetype that's usually in the spooky movie, you bring in the professional to get it on tape,
Yeah.
completely fucking useless in this movie, considering we established the video guy almost fucking immediately.
Yeah, and he was way cooler than the old guy.
He was fine. He could have been the guy.
He reminds me of Dominic Fike.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, because he Jordan Peele brings a
Angel.
very
Angel.
youthfulness to his characters and
Yeah.
settings.
Yeah.
Even the family from Us all felt, the
Yeah,
dad's very hip.
relatively young.
Yeah. So having this old fart who doesn't care about aliens, doesn't want to do it, this big, self-sacrifice moment where I'm supposed to care.
Oh,
I
hated
don't give a
that.
fuck. I would have
I
rather the
hated
video
that.
guy die that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? I
he-
just didn't understand the whole oh my gosh, and he it was almost like he was hypnotized by it and had to be.
He didn't want to do it up until the very last second, till suddenly he did, and then you're supposed to care.
Right.
It was very odd.
And he was a dick the entire movie.
Not only
so
that,
why
but,
am I gonna care that he's dying?
You set up the video guy. I feel bad. I keep calling him video guy, but it's fine.
Angel.
Angel.
No. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 5 stars, Angel. Right. Sorry. So they set him up as kind of annoying. He's not accepted in. That could have been he gets accepted, and that gives him the confidence to die for the cause.
Sure.
Right.
How movies do. So I don't know. I really liked the movie. There were a few things I would have swapped out, but that was the big one where I was like, completely useless character in a weird setting for him to be, because that, like I said, that character is more like ghost movies, and where like catching it on tape is big. And sure, that's the crux of the movie, is getting it on tape, but we've got characters who can do it. This isn't 1800. We've got cameras.
Well, yeah, but the cameras wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work because
so they needed someone that
you
had...
set up the well with the camera. God damn it.
Yeah, I get it, but like, so a part of me agrees with you, and then the other part is like,
why are you attacking me?
I do see his point, like the point in him being there. I just don't see the point in them killing him off like that. And making him a thing. Like, he could have just been a side character, and that could have been it.
That should have been Keith David. No. I know. I'm just Keith David stan.
I think that I wanted that guy's voice.
Who?
The film guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a really deep voice. And,
yeah, he's seen things.
I smoke 20 packs of cigarettes a day, and I don't fuck with anyone because I make movies about snakes killing cheetahs. Did you see the footage that he was looking at? It was fucking barracuda.
Exquisite.
Oh, man.
It reminded me of, you ever seen Roar? A movie with like 50 real lions in it?
No.
Oh, you never seen this? Yeah, I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, they made a movie with like 50 real lions, like the whole cast and crew. Yeah, that's for another episode.
Wow.
I've heard the song "Roar" by Katy Perry.
That's came out the same time.
Yeah. The movie's actually based on the song, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a big Katy Perry guy.
Did they pull a and I think they did, but did they pull a fucking 2013 remake of Evil Dead and just spray blood all over that house?
Good question.
I hope they did. Which, by the way, that's on this list, so hopefully we get to watch that soon, because I haven't watched that in a very long time, and that's a very good
I haven't watched it since it came out.
Yeah, me too.
I snuck in the theater to see that.
Well, we'll have to talk about that when that episode comes
I will.
out. But I think they did pull...
A couple people threw up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In your theater?
No, they went home and called me about it.
You're such a dickhead.
That's gross. What?
I didn't fucking ask him to do it.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to tell him the big thing that happened in our theater. Some girl left her panties in there.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
During Nope. Not during Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
Maybe.
Well, some guy put on gloves to go grab it because they were in the front.
And then he took him home.
Who was getting... Oh, you. Who was getting funky during an Alien movie?
I don't know.
Well, they saw the giant gaping hole, and they said, well, I know my girl's got one. Come on now.
Ew.
All right, around here we rate movies in two different ways. You like that non sequitur?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We do out of 10 for the simple folk, and then we do thumbs up or thumbs down, pick it or flick it.
I can't believe you volunteered to explain this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Usually you're the one that's like...
I usually
pawning
pawn it
it
off on you, and he got on me about it when we did Prey 6 months ago and not an hour ago.
It was only 3 months ago.
So, Natasha, what would you give Nope?
8 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, that's a little higher than I expected from you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I feel like this one wasn't as good as the other ones, because you gave...
this one...
For you.
Yeah.
Because you gave us a higher score than that, didn't you?
I don't remember what I gave it.
I'm pretty sure you did, but... What about you?
I put this in the middle. I like Get Out the most and Us the least. I don't hate any of them. I think I gave Us a 6 and Get Out an 8. So I said a 7 for Nope.
Really?
Feels good for me.
I didn't rate Us when I watched it, by the way.
Oh, well, shame on you. I give it an 8.
Wow.
Yep. This movie is the best Jordan Peele movie that I've seen. In consecutive order. Get Out's the worst. Us is okay.
Concept and
Nope is very good.
Cinematography is a 10.
I'll tell you what, though. I went into this movie expecting to fucking hate it because I had such a bad taste in my mouth. And this shocked me. And it just goes to prove, once again, when you have good characters, good setting, good story, and just know how to take care of what needs to be taken care of. Not throwing all of this special effects bullshit at us. Not making sure that there's 10,000 storylines you got to follow in 2 hours. Just a singular storyline with a plot point. And
I don't know.
ending.
There was more than one singular storyline because you also had to follow
the chimp, right?
The chimp, and then also
the chimp and the simp.
Jupiter's landing.
That was part of the same storyline, though.
Kind of.
But that's what the point of it was. And that's what I explained earlier. It was his evolution into becoming the owner of Jupiter's Landing because he realized that he can make money out of tragedy.
Greed.
Yeah. So there's only 2 storylines. But yeah, and I guess that one is a bit confusing. But regardless, you could take that out and still have a great movie. So I think it's important to do that. So needless to say.
Did we all hate it? Nope. Did we all give it a thumbs up? You betcha.
Did we
And if you see clouds that don't move for a while,
get the
run.
fuck out? Did we just say that about?
Yeah, I think that's how we ended the last one.
We
3 months ago.
Yeah, 3 months ago we said the same thing about Predator.
So yeah, basically, if you see shit that ain't supposed to be where it's supposed to be,
just get out of there.
Just run.
If it's invisible,
React
Hide.
like these characters.
Get out of there.
Oh,
Get
man.
out. Get us out. Nope. I tried.
Stick around. Halloween Extravaganza 3 is continuing until the end of the month. I think this is the 15th.
And subscribe.
This is the 15th episode. Maybe it's the 16th.
Did you hear?
You
Yeah,
said
I
it.
think
You,
it's the
you said the thing.
For the first
Oh
time.
my god! Just you're listening to history.
Dislike this video and comment how we're wrong. Thank you.
Woo! No, don't do that.